It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to return to Let It Be from the Beatles with the next track after Two of Us, which will be Dig a Pony. I have heard of beating a dead horse, but not unburying one.
Please clap.
Or the intro. Hope that you guys are having a lovely evening or morning or afternoon that you are viewing this. Thank you as always for clicking on the video. Yeah, let's just go ahead and move on into the next track here. Continue on from where we left off of this track. We will go ahead and talk about it briefly afterwards and a little bit during. Dig a Pony. Here we go.
Yes, you can celebrate anything you want. Pick a moon dog. Well, you can radiate.
This is cool.
Glory, glory. Well, you can syndicate any.
Okay, I thought that was a really cool track from the band. I love the guitar sound, first of all. It's like, it has this interesting kind of distortion that still retains a lot of melody, but there's still something noticeably, the only word I can think of is frizzy about it. Like it's I don't know, it's like the strings are frayed kind of thing. I don't know, it just has a sound to it, but it retains so much melody, and I love the way that they're playing on it. You hear at least two guitars being performed here, and it's like really cool, like the juxtaposition of them, the contrasting sounds, and then bass is kind of smoothing things over. But I love Ringo's drumming, especially those little fills. We got two moments of those fills when everything just stops and he just, it's so like these little pops and crackles the way that he plays on the drum set, and it's really nicely produced, and I just love those little moments there. There's a moment, I want to say second verse or so, where he just begins to add some hi-hat into the music, which just, it's like giving bones to the skeleton, not bones to the skeleton, it's like giving bones to the body, like, okay, like here is the rhythm setting pace, whereas before without it, it's kind of a little bit looser, but then he kind of sets it in stone. And I just really like the way that was performed, the singing. It's so Beatles-esque, right? The singing. It's soulful. I would say that this is kind of steeped in R&B with the way they're singing. And they still kind of play to a cause of silliness to me in the way they quiver and waver those notes at the end. And like they continually play it with that almost at the end of every single measure that they perform. Then you have this kind of out of nowhere speed up where they just crash and you set tempo at like a quadruple pace there. It's just out of nowhere, but as soon as it comes in, it's also resolved, and it's back to those smooth, slow, just R&B kind of vibes. They excel in this track. I think that this is a really cool track. I have no idea what Dig a Pony means or several of the other phrases mentioned here, but we'll figure it out together. All right, rolling. I dig a pony. Well, you can celebrate anything you want. Yeah, you can celebrate anything you want. I do a road hog. Well, you can penetrate any place you go. You can penetrate any place you go. I told you so. All I want is you. Everything has got to be just like you want it to, because I pick a moon dog. Well, you can radiate everything you are. Yeah, I roll a stony. Well, you can imitate everyone you know. Okay, so all of these phrases, I roll a stony, I pick a moon dog, I do a road hog, for the most part, I have no idea what these mean, right? But I also feel like whatever they mean is kind of translated in the following lines. Like, I dig a pony. I like a pony, basically, right? You can celebrate anything you want. You can dig a pony. You can, dig whatever. Like, celebrate whatever you want. That's how I kind of view that. So while I don't know what this means, I know what this means, which to me translates what this means. I have no idea what the heck a roadhog is besides from Overwatch, but you can penetrate any place you go. I guess you can include yourself wherever you go. Like, you don't have to feel like an outsider wherever you are. Just because you're in a place that you're not familiar with, you're not comfortable with, you can penetrate that. You can involve yourself there. That's like how I read you, or how I read that. I pick a moon dog. No idea what that means, but the translation follows after. Well, you can radiate everything you are. You can share yourself with those around you. You can radiate positivity, negativity, whatever energy you radiate, that affects those around you. So radiate everything you are. I roll a stony. I mean, here's what I thought. I got two thoughts from that one. At first, I was thinking roll a stony, like rolling something so you can become stoned. But also, I thought of like, Jesus, was it like, so they rolled the stone and he wasn't there? Well, you can imitate everyone you know. Let me read that. You can imitate everyone you know. So not only do you give off yourself to others, but others can give off themselves to you and you can imitate them. All I want is you. Oh, now I feel the wind blow. Well, you can indicate everything you see. You can indicate anything you see. Okay. Like you can point things out. You can feel the wind blow. You can indicate the direction it's coming from. Oh, now I load a lorry. Well, you can syndicate any boat you row. You can syndicate any boat you row. That one I'm actually a little unsure of. This one I'm unsure of. All I want is you. Everything has got to be just like you want it to. Because you are the master of your domain. You are the master of your fate, your destiny, your journey in life. So you can load a lorry. You can feel the wind blow. You can roll a stony, pick a moondog, do a roadhog, dig a pony. It's up to you, brother. That's how I kind of read that. But let's look at the info on this particular track. Written by John Lennon and credited to Lennon McCartney. They recorded the song during their 1969 rooftop concert at Apple Corps building on Seville Road. Digger Road. Lennon said that the song was a piece of garbage, though he expressed similar scorn for many of his own songs. I like this song. It was written for his soon-to-be wife, Yoko Ono, and features a multitude of strange, seemingly nonsensical phrases strung together in what Lennon referred to as a Bob Dylan style of lyric. In Ian MacDonald's description, the lyrics celebrate countercultural claims that society's old values and taboos were dead, that life was a game and art a free-for-all, and especially that words meant whatever the hell one wished them to. I still hold to what I said. Like, yeah, I suppose so. It was among the first songs that they worked on during the day, one of their filmed rehearsals for a planned return to live performance in 1969. Lennon introduced it to George Harrison soon after arriving at Twickenham Film Studios on the 2nd of January, as they ran through their latest songs. Says Kevin Harrington, the band's roadie, held up Lennon's lyrics for him while he sang. It begins with the false start caused by Ringo yelling, "Hold it," of course, because he was putting out his cigarette and had both of his drumsticks in his right hand. He said, wait. On the recording, the sound of someone blowing his nose right after Starr's interjection can be heard, which Mark Lewison attributes to Lennon. A studio take of the song from the 22nd of January appears on Anthology. Okay, we don't care about all that. We just care about what we heard. Obviously, it got some track. Hold on. Writing for Mojo in 2001, John Harris dismissed the track as pretty execrable and an example of Lennon's reduced creativity. Who are you? British journalist. I think this is a great song. But I also like Octopus Garden, so apparently and Maxwell's Silver Hammer, so apparently my opinion doesn't really mean that much. But let me know what you guys thought. Did you dig a pony or did you roll a stone? Words are meaningless. They can mean whatever you want because the meaning comes from you, not the word itself. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.